everybody, welcome to another Shark Safari session. We're here at a little town called Sedgefield in the Garden Route, and today, change of season, so we're going to be throwing for a bit of a mixed bag. We've got some live mullet already. I'm here with Reno got some before I got here, which is always nice, and we're going to put those out on some of these banks, but also we're going to put one or two in some of the nice gutters that are going to develop here behind me once the tide starts to come in, and look for a bronzy. There have been some around that are picking up the mullet that the guys are trying to get cob with. Also a lot of cob around at the moment, so hopefully that live mullet gets eaten by something, whether it's a decent sized cob or a nice bronzy. It's all good. It's something on the end of the line. That's what we're looking for. Just in the meantime, while we are waiting for the water to come as well, like I said, mixed bag today. I've already thrown out a bloodworm on a bit of a working bank here, looking for a stenny, because if you looked at some of the previous videos, there's been some around, so it would be silly not to throw at least for a stenny on one of the rods we've got out. And then I'm going to throw an ocky leg on this rod, also looking for a cobby. Maybe a smaller one, just to see if they're around. And like I said, it's the tide's still going out and it's spring, so it's a little bit shallow, and the banks are quite shallow, so we're going to keep trying for something until the water comes in. Just give you a look at my chaser. I'm using my Assassin Horizon Championship Zero rod with my Daiwa EGMQ. So basically what I've done is my running sinker, and there is my hook snoot that I've put there with a nice 6/0 circle, and then there's my ocky. Now a lot of people will probably say this is not the way to do a ocky. It doesn't really matter. Whatever you're comfortable with and whatever produces results for you, that's the bait you need to use. So this works for me. It's nice and simple. It just goes onto the circle, I push it through, and then I just do another little piercing there at the bottom to keep it nice and secure. And it looks very natural in the water, you know what I mean? When fish are feeding, they're not looking for things that are tied up into little blobs. They're looking for this type of thing in the water. So when there's not a lot of current, there's not a lot of current today, it's not washing a lot, I like to use these kinds of baits, because the one disadvantage to a bait like this is if the water's really washy, what happens is it will tangle like this, obviously around your sinker line, and then it won't move at all, or it might get stuck and then the fish are not going to eat it. But because today there's not a lot of wash, a bait like this today, and I use this also off deep water points where there's not a lot of wash, but even off the beach, a bait like this today, nice and natural, should do the job. So all I've really done is on the back there, I've peeled off the skin to make it more nice and white. It's nice and fresh and soft, so I haven't hit it with my mallet either, so it will keep the peckers away. But this bait here has been very successful for me, so hopefully before the end of today we'll get a cob on this little bait, and then hopefully a nice big cob or big bronzy on a livey. Right, hopefully show you guys some nice fish soon.
I say on
Live mullet, sat here for a long time, hour and a half. So I finally got something to bend it off.
that was a proper pull. Yo, live mullet never misses. Yo, stroke up again now.
Yeah. Came in a little bit, but nah. Here we go.
Say.
There you go, guys. Beautiful female bronzy full of scars from mating. 189 centimeters plus minus 120 kilos. Fought very nicely, maybe like a champ, still a hard fight, but on that live mallet that swam around for about an hour and a half, and eventually we still needed a meal. So this is what we do. Catch these awesome fish about, and come join us and get one of these for yourself one day.
Some lekker water.
Always just be careful when you do them. Watch your feet.
Yo. Happy days.